welcome to my channel. This is your weekly Moonday reading. So take a few deep breaths to just settle in here. There are a lot of moving parts right now, and I'm hearing that this week, these next several days, has the possibility of bringing through some shadow. So definitely like some darkness that's rising, just wants to be transmuted, alchemized, moved through you. And some of it's not even yours, but it is the people around you. So just be mindful of that in the next several days, that there is some shadow surfacing. We may actually see, they're telling me, something happen on a much larger scale. Can you confirm for me, Spirit, does this mean like the worldly large? Yes. Okay, so lots of moving pieces, things are happening. Darkness is rising, which means we're typically, during times where darkness rises, we're seeing things like like the ice that froze over in Detroit, Michigan, or the earthquakes that are happening in I think Greece. There's a lot going on right now, and everything's kind of being shaken up so that it can come to the surface and be alchemized and transmuted. Now, speaking of alchemy and transmutation, they want me to go over that a little bit. So when they brought me this download, it was a little while back, and they told me that a couple years back that cold transmutes energy. So typically we get the cold first, and then the heat alchemizes. So even think about this like with the body, with what I would call purification. Some people call it being sick, having the flu, whatever you want to call it. I would say I'm going through a purification. My body is just purifying whatever is not in resonance anymore. And that purification typically starts off with kind of cold. They're telling me no matter what it is, there's this cold aspect to it, and then it shifts into heat, hot, fever. And that's when things start to alchemize and move through you. So just be aware that in the next several days, there's possibly going to be some shadow work that is going to be coming up, either for self or for people around you. And, regardless whether it's for you or for someone else and you're around them or in their frequency, just try to have compassion and be supportive, mainly for self. Make sure that, they're telling me that you're sticking to your boundaries, but also having compassion and understanding for others and what they're growing through at this time as well. It may mean also that people are kind of on the edge, that they are, emotions are heightened. They might be a little snappy, or you might see emotions coming to the surface that you typically don't see. Like you may even be just like at the grocery store, and the person who's usually like bubbly and happy is kind of snappy and angry. It's just because these things have to rise, they have to shift if we're going to move as a society into New Earth. So that is the collective message. We have two different piles that wanted to come out, so we'll go a little bit deeper. We have first, and these are from the Kali Pocket Oracle deck, so definitely the Dark Goddess energy coming through. This will be card number 1. And here we have card number 2. They wanted me to leave those there a little bit longer so you could fill into them. If you're still unsure, because they're saying some of you may have messages that resonate in both piles. It doesn't mean that everything in that pile is going to resonate for you, so be mindful if you listen to both. Take what's for you, lovingly leave the rest for everyone else. And if you are really kind of going back and forth and you're having a hard time getting out of your head, that is a sign that you need some more grounding. So take a deep breath, relax. I like to close my eyes, take a nice deep breath in, and then as I release and exhale, I'll open my eyes, and whatever direction my eyes go to, I know will have a message for me. So hopefully that works for you as well. We'll start today with card number 1. Aloha to those of you who chose card number 1. So we have this lovely Kali figure, and I'm just gonna flip it over and read what's on the back. So blue Tara, It says, chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing towards the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. So I feel like Blue Tara actually came through recently. If this is the second message that you're getting from Blue Tara, definitely tap into her. You can look up some Blue Tara mantras online. Just feel into her energy, see what it is that she's wanting to bring through for you. And maybe I'll do a little Blue Tara like synopsis if I get a moment. I'll put it in a short for you all so you can learn a little bit more about her. But let's go ahead and leave her there. It did say rise of chaos, so it does feel like things are really going to be mixed up in the next several days. But yeah, there's definitely some energy in here as well. The card's very good. It doesn't really want to focus right now. So yeah, it may feel like you're just growing through a lot. Like I'm feeling like it's all getting to the point of surrender. Like it's all too much. And be mindful that you're not falling back into old habits, right? When we go through these like tower moments, these moments where it feels like chaos or it feels completely unbearable, right? It's like the diamond, is it carbon being crushed into the diamond, right? Or the butterfly, coming out of its cocoon. There's this level of like discomfort that needs to happen right before you move into that next higher vibration. And they're just saying that know that it's happening from a much higher level of consciousness than where you were at before. However, it's also kind of a test from your higher self to see if you're going to fall back into old patterns, old habits, old ways. So things that you were doing before, maybe numbing out, scrolling on social media or using substances to just make you feel better. They're just coming back to say, be mindful if you want to move forward, that you're not falling back into those old cycles. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through for those of you who chose the Blue Tara card. Okay, I'm hearing tired of waiting with that card. Let's see, let's get one more, please. Okay. In reverse. Okay. Oh. All right, so it feels like things are out of your control is what they're telling me. Like you're having a hard time. This is why you're in this tower moment and why it feels so chaotic this, in the next several days. And maybe some of you're already feeling through this, they're telling me. And it may just be like these tower moments, y'all, they come and go. So it could be like you're in it today or you're in it this evening and by tomorrow you're able to shift through it. It could be that you're in it for the next few days. It really depends on the person. But they're saying like you're tired of waiting. Like you see her eyes are just like, like there's this patience in her where she's like holding her hands out and open, like I'm here, like I'm awake, right? Like my third eye is open, I'm grounded, I'm tapped into my higher self. Like what's the wait? What is going on here? Now, I did hear from a really good friend recently about how a lot of light workers are just ahead of ahead of the like general population and also ahead of Mother Earth. Mother Earth, we did so much work on selves and ascended so quickly that now we're waiting for Mother Earth to catch up with us. So that's what part of the wait is that you're like, I've been waiting on this forever. I felt like the shift was going to come and it hasn't. And I'm just getting exhausted and tired of waiting. But there's also this level of like impatience and almost like borderline victim mentality that's coming through this reading. Like I'm tired of waiting. I'm just going to go back to my old ways, or like, I should have known that nothing good ever happens for me. Or there's just this like underlying energy. I'm going to do a little clearing. Oh, yes. So there's just some back and forth they're saying in the mind. It's like, one moment you're like, all right, I'm good. I'm waiting. This is great. Like, I know that it's going to be worth the wait. And then the next moment it's like, I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm done. I'm tapping out. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. Who put me on this journey? It's like this very like kind of fiery energy. So just they're saying calm down. Calm down. Yeah. There's this this anchoring that's happening right now with Mother Earth into the higher frequencies, and we're just in kind of in this hanged man mode is what they're saying. Like this card, if you look at it, like the original tarot is where the man is upside down hanging, and that's exactly how this image looks here, where it's like this just waiting around for something to happen type energy. Now the thing that's blocking you from shifting is the need to be in control, the need to like know what's happening and when it's happening and how it's happening and why it's happening, and just needing to like have complete control. You see she's like playing and lifting the waves, like she knows exactly what's going to happen. But they're saying if you look deeper, it's actually not coming from her. It's coming from this higher source, divine light type energy. She just thinks that she's in control. And when it comes out in reverse like this, it's saying you're having a hard time letting go of control, trusting that everything is going to happen exactly as it needs to. So let me see if they'll give me anything more to go. They said I can pull the animal cards. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the best energy, but it does feel like you'll be able to come out of it. Yeah, squirrel. And squirrels are like the energy of squirrels, energy of patience. New beginnings take time to start things up. Like there are good things coming to you, but it's gonna take time. You've got to allow yourself to sit in that squirrel energy, the energy of patience, slowing down, waiting for it to happen, and then not being deceived. The fox energy is being keen to knowing what's going on around you, and having the discernment not to be a part of it. Foxes are very sly. They want to know what's going on before they get themselves into a situation. And so they're saying the situation for you is falling back into that old energy, falling back into the things that either numbed you out or tapped out, or, you know, like just feeling in that energy like you can't do it anymore. So advice moving forward, take some time to meditate, slow down. I would say like I'm getting a transmission, so I'm going to bring it through. Oh, yes, you need play. You need play. You've been too much in your head, trying to control things, trying to make things happen. They really want you to just have some fun, loosen up, maybe dance, move your body. They're really calling for you to play. Go jump in the ocean if you're near an ocean, and that's a possibility. You know, go for a bike ride, whatever it is that gets you out playing. I see like visions of like jumping on trampolines. I know there's like indoor trampoline centers that you can go to and just have some movement. Like really the fun that they're bringing in is movement in the body is what needs to happen. That's what's going to help you shift through this. Maybe take an exercise class, something that you've never done before. And then know that things are shifting in your favor. The last card that came out here is the White Peacock. And the White Peacock is a fresh start, a new beginning. So it's here, you guys. It's waiting to see if you're ready for it. If you fully believe in it. If you are ready to fully surrender to that higher power, your highest self, and allow them to really take the wheel, right? Like have less control. Trust that everything's happening for you, and it'll all happen in the right time. All right, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope to see you next time. Take care. Aloha to those of you who chose card number 2. Whew, right off the bat, this energy feels a lot lighter than card number 1. So gratitude for those of you who chose this card and this path for the next several days. Um, it feels like a full moon energy, like a victory. They're showing, like I guess this is like a wand, but they're showing the tongue here. It's like you've conquered something. You're coming out on top. It feels really good. The full moon is the energy of letting go, just ready to, I see someone like running through a field and just like screaming, and it's such like a playful open, like, yes, finally, like we're here. Now, they did say there was going to be some shadow work that was coming up. Okay, this feels more like for the people around you. So be mindful of that. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and see what's coming through for the message. Mahavidya. Don't come at me if I pronounce that incorrectly. But it says, no matter how logical an approach may be or how sensible it may seem, there are times when the heart nudges us toward a different way. Have the courage to be moved by your heart along untried paths that resonate, whatever the logical mind has to say about them. You are outgrowing a problem and birthing a superior outcome. Yeah, so you're shifting. And this shift, it feels good. It feels actually really light. The whole vibration in here shifted once I got to this card. It feels like new beginnings, but like not like there's any attachment and not like there's any fear. Like it just feels really fresh. It feels refreshing. Refreshing is a good word. And so let's see what's coming up, what kind of shadow is coming up for those around you that you may be processing through. Okay, so part of this is that they're wanting you to really take a step back, maybe pull back. It's interesting because recently I had the energy, I had the thought come to me, I guess not thought, download, thank you. The download come to me that I needed to pull back again and be just with self and with my husband and kind of go MIA, and that feeling of like hibernation, like pull back, hibernate for a while and then come back out. And I feel the same for this card. Like I feel like there are shadows that are coming up for people around you, and it's not yours. It's not yours to carry. It's not yours to shift. It's not yours to help with. You can send love from afar, but definitely don't need to be in the energy of everyone else's shit that's coming up. Let's see what else wants to come through with the tarot. Okay, my apologies. Let's see. Kind of. Both, yes. Interesting. And can we get one more, please? Okay, this card came out in the last reading, but it's a different type of energy in this reading. They're just saying like you're super tapped in. Like this energy feels very connected. It feels like you've let go of control and you're understanding like soul contracts and letting things go and how things are only meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. Once you grow and learn the lessons that you need to grow through them, it's much easier to just let go, move on. And you're just in this space now of like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Like wherever I'm going, like there's no exact direction. There's no like, I have to know X, Y, and Z, and this is happening this way. It's more like I'm open, I'm here, whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. And because of that, you're going to be receiving gifts. So I feel like these are little gifts, like little things are going to start to align and just bring in like these, they're telling me bubbles of energy. This is interesting. Bubbles. So it feels just very light, airy, like you think bubbles, super light, and playful. Like you're you're in this space where you're open, and because you're so open and you're in this energy of flow, things are going to start flowing to you. Now, the only way that this can be blocked is if you get sucked into the energy of those around you, which is why perhaps they're saying to pull back, to go into hibernation, to kind of seclude yourself from those around you right now, because there are going to be some shadows. Now, they do want me to bring to your attention, we know that not everyone can pull back and go into full hibernation, right? Some people live in homes with people who are in different vibrations of them, and or have to like see them, in a workspace, and that's okay. Just, they're saying, be in your energy, be in your light. You haven't done all of this work and gotten this far to be like pulled back in to those lower vibrations that some other people are processing through. So if they come to you and they're bringing their problems to you, the first thing I do when like my phone rings, or I'm getting ready to talk to somebody, or even like say I'm walking and I run into somebody, the very first thing I do is just ask my guides to come in and protect me from any lower vibrational or negative energy. It doesn't mean that everyone's lower vibrational or has negative energy, but I just like to bring in that protection just in case. Also, they're having me sway. So I brought this up in the past, but if you just gently sway your body from side to side, none of those negative energies or entities can actually attach to you. So let's just say you're having a conversation at work and someone starts to be super low vibe and like victim mentality, and you're feeling it's starting to shift your energy. Just start to sway your body a little bit and move so that energy cannot attach to you. And then, get yourself out of that situation when you can. But definitely, even if you have to stay in a situation and listen to someone, or maybe you want to, maybe you just want to be supportive and be there for someone and listen to them, that's fine. Make sure you're clearing yourself afterwards. You can use the wand to clear. Selenite wand is great for that. You can also use like Palo Santo or sage. I keep some in my car to just kind of cleanse the energy and shift it. They're telling me also toning. So it sounds like some of you have been toning and using your voice. And they're saying that the energy, that's the frequencies that are coming through the toning right now are super powerful and can clear a whole lot of energy. So, they're reminding me that many years ago, when I was in much lower vibrations, I was working at a front desk somewhere, and my coworkers came up and they're like, "Oh, you're humming again." And I hadn't even realized that I was humming, but I was humming to like reduce the stress in my body because there was so much going on that day. And when I realized that, I would just like lightly hum or sway so that I can stay in my own energy and nothing else gets attached. So maybe that'll work for you as well. Any last messages for this pile for the next several days? I'm going to pull, they told me 2 animal cards. So let's see what animals want to come through to support. Okay. All right, so we have the bluebird and the lion. So freedom, I'm feeling like both of them represent freedom. That's the commonality. Being able to just get up and go, right? Like having the wisdom to not get drawn into something that's not yours. And being able to, they're telling me like swiftly fly away from it. Like, okay, that you can go through that. That's fine. I'll be over here. So definitely just being mindful of those around you. It doesn't feel like your energy is like anything shadowy is coming up for you. but on a massive collective level in the next several days, I don't know what's happening with the stars, but there is going to be some shadow. They're telling me solar flares. Okay. So there may be some solar flares that are happening, and there's just going to be a lot of heightened emotion around you. So just protect yourself. And if you don't want to be in the energy of protecting yourself, just make sure you cleanse or hibernate, or just pull back, fly away. Use that bluebird energy to just fly away and get out of it. And then if you do get to the lion too, they're telling me, if you do get into a space where you need to use that roar, definitely use it. And you can use it in a lovingly manner. You can use it to say, I know for self, like, I had a really hard time growing up around people who were very gossipy, who gossiped a lot, and I didn't like it. And I had to have that roar to tell them, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this, or I'm not going to be a part of this. You guys can continue talking, saying whatever you want to say. This is not for me, and I'm walking away. So maybe it's you having that energy as well. All right. Have a wonderful next several days. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Adios.